Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel once again. So today we are going to learn everything about finite and non-finite verbs. I will try to clear your doubts and I will try to build a good concept regarding finite and non-finite verbs. So before going to the details, I want you to observe these following sentences, okay? So the first sentence is I am going to the school. Now I would like to say that I have taken simple, very simple sentences so that it will be easier for you to understand. So I am going to the school, I was going to the school, I shall be going to the school. Now in these three sentences there are something common in every sentences, and what are that? You can see that going, 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 these three action words or action doing verbs have been used in three sentences. So in every case, whether it is the present tense or whether it has been used in the past tense or in the future tense, they did not have changed their forms. They have remained the same. Try to understand once again. I am going to the school. Here the helping verb am is indicating an action that has happened or that is happening in the present, right? In the second sentence, I was going to the school, the verb was is indicating an action that was happening sometimes in the past. And in the third sentence, the I shall be going to the school, the helping verb shall be is again indicating us that the action that has been referred to here has or will happen sometimes in the future. But in three of the sentences, the doing word going, going, going has remained the same. It means the verb ing form or verb continuous form. What do I mean by verb continuous form? Verb plus ing. Okay. So verb continuous forms do not change their forms. Okay. In the next sentence, next set of sentences, you can see I love to drink coffee. I loved to drink coffee. I shall love to drink coffee. So in these three sentences, again you can see to drink, to drink, to drink. It means to plus verb and to plus verb. These three verbs, these three form of verbs do not change their form or are not changing their forms. I love to drink coffee. Here the doing word love is indicating that the action happens in the present situation. I love to drink coffee. It means that I actually drink coffee on a daily basis. I loved to drink coffee. Suppose when I was young, I used to love to drink coffee, but now I don't. Okay, so I loved to drink coffee. Here loved, verb second form, that is past form, is indicating that the action used to happen sometimes in the past. Similarly, I shall love. We know that whenever we use shall or will, it indicates something happening in the something that will happen in the future, right? So here you can say that to drink has not changed its form. Now next come to the last sets of sentences. I have done my homework, I had done my homework, and I shall have done my homework. In these three sentences, you can see that have, had, and shall have changed their forms to tell us whether the action is happening in the present, in the past, and in the future. And again, done, that is verbs thirds form. Verbs thirds form, that means participle or perfect form. So it hasn't changed its form in any of the cases. It means, or we can reach to a conclusion where we can say that there are some verbs that do not change their form in any of the cases, right? And there are some verbs that changes their forms according to time of action. What do I mean by time of action? Action that has happened or that is happening in the present condition or present situation, that had happened or happened in the past condition or situation, and that is going to happen in the future, right? So there are some verbs that change their forms according to the time of action, that is present tense, past tense and future tense. And there are some verbs that do not change their forms in any of the cases. It just remains the same whether you are expressing a present situation or past situation or future situation. It will just remain the same. It will never change its form. So in these three sets of sentences, we have seen that verb ing or verb continuous tense, to plus verb, that is known as infinitives, which I will explain later, and done, that is verb's third form or perfect form, are not changing its form. And all the helping verbs am, was, shall be, have, had, shall have changed their forms, and loved, that is verb's first form, and loved, that is verb's second form, have changed their forms. Okay, to tell us the time of action. Now let's move on to some other examples. See, she goes to the school, they go to the school. I am going to pay a visit to the temple. He is going to pay a visit to the temple. The boys are going to the park. The boy is going to the park. So we can see here the subject she, the subject he, and the subject boy. These are written in a singular form. That was why when I was saying the boy, I used is, of course, we all know that, and he I used is, and when I was using she, what did I write? Goes, because we know that third person singular numbers takes verbs first s form, right? Verbs s form. We use s, es or ies after the doing word. So she, he, the boy, goes, is, and again is. Similarly, they go to the school. They is written in plural form, right? So we have used go. I, we always use am after I, and the boys again plural, so we use are. So here we can reach to the conclusion and say that there are some verbs that change their forms according to the noun number. Noun number means singular, plural. If your subject is a singular number, then you will use the verb that is required for a singular number. Right? Same case for the plural one also. And there are some verbs that change their forms according to the person. What do I mean by person? First person, I, we, right? Second person, you. Third person, he, she, they, it. Okay. So now finally, I will tell you, or I will try to define finite verbs. So there are some verbs that change their forms according to time of action, that is present tense, past tense and future tense, according to noun numbers, that is singular and plural, and lastly according to the person, that is first person, second person and third person. These verbs are known as finite verb. So clear? I have tried my level best to explain it in the most easiest form. I will tell you again, what is a finite verb? A verb that changes its form according to the time of action, that is present, past and future, according to noun number, that is singular and plural, and according to the person, that is first person, second person and third person. Now come to non-finite verbs. You can see there is written non. So it is very clear that verbs that do not change their forms in any of the cases and retain their form are known as non-finite verbs. Very simple. Now let's move on to the next slide. So I have written the same thing, that verbs that change its form according to the time of action, the persons and noun numbers, which I have already explained. Now non-finite verbs. So we have known that, or we have studied just now, that verbs that do not change their forms in any of the cases, they are known as non-finite verbs. So which verbs fall into this category? Number 1 is gerund. Now I would like to tell you that I am going to post another video, a detailed video, which will be based on what is a gender, what is participles and infinitives, and in the next video I will be also discussing on how you join two sentences using gerund or participle or infinitives. These things always come in the exams, whether you are in CBSE, ICSE or West Bengal both. So I am going to make another video, don't worry. So here just get a clear idea that gerund is a verbal noun. I will explain that later in another video. So gerund, how we will write gerund? Verb plus ing, like going, doing, eating, sleeping, saying, dancing, singing. I am dancing, I was dancing, I will be dancing. So they will never change their form. Participle again, verb ing and verb's third form. Just I said, don't sit on the broken chair. Do you know she was sitting on the broken chair? So the word broken will never change its form in any of the cases, whether you are expressing some present event or past event or future event. Okay. Infinitives is to verb. Just I said, I love to eat ice cream, you know. I just love to eat ice cream. Now I can say, do you know, when I was young, I used to love ice cream. Used past. I used to love ice cream. Past tense. And I can also say, during this COVID situation, as none of us can go out, can you please order ice creams for me from online or Swiggy or anything else? ठीक है, कैसे भी हो आपका जो भी मैं अभी एक्सप्लेन किया आपको, मैं हिंदी में भी एक बार समझा देती हूँ, क्योंकि जिसको जो सोचो हिंदी मीडियम बैकग्राउंड से है उसको समझने में कोई दिक्कत ना हो, ठीक है, तो मैं उनके लिए भी समझा देती हूँ, एक बार सम अप कर देती हूँ कि फाइनाइट वर्ब्स क्या होता है, जो अपने फॉर्म्स को बार बार चेंज करके हमको ये बताता है कि जो काम हम कर रहे हैं वो कब कर रहे हैं, प्रेजेंट में कर रहे हैं, पास्ट में कर रहे थे और फ्यूचर में करेंगे, ठीक है। ये जो हमें इंडिकेट करते हैं वो आपका होता है फाइनाइट वर्ब्स। एंड नॉन फाइनाइट वर्ब्स जो कभी भी किसी भी सिचुएशन में अपने फॉर्म्स को चेंज नहीं करते हैं, सेम ही रहते हैं। जैसे कि जेरान का एग्जाम्पल दे दिया मैंने, वर्ब आईएनजी, पार्टिसिपल्स एंड इन्फिनेटिव्स। इसका डिटेल में हम डिस्कशन करेंगे। और एक चीज़ मैं बता देती हूँ कि आई स्पीक 3 लैंग्वेजेस, बंगाली, इंग्लिश एंड हिंदी। बंगाली इज़ माई मदर टंग एंड हिंदी मैं बोल लेती हूँ ठीक ठाक, ठीक है। तो आप सब जब वीडियोस देख रहे हैं, यू गाइज व्हेन यू विल बी वॉचिंग माई वीडियोस, यू विल राइट इन द कमेंट सेक्शन what do you prefer. Okay, actually I have decided to make videos both in Bengali, English and Hindi as well, only Hindi as well. But आप क्या प्रेफर करते हैं, what is your preference, वो आप कमेंट सेक्शन में मुझे बताएंगे, उस हिसाब से हम आगे का वीडियो पोस्ट करते रहेंगे। थैंक यू, till then goodbye. I hope you have understood the concept. In the next video I will be discussing another part of finite and non-finite verbs. Thank you, till then bye. And I'm sorry, please don't forget to subscribe and share and like. Thank you.